I ran a completely faceless YouTube channel for 24 hours with almost 0 subscribers, and for the first 3 hours, almost nothing happened. Then one video started moving. First just over 100 views, then over 400 views, then 1,000 views. And by the end of the challenge, one short had crossed 10,000 views. But here's the part that actually matters. The video that I thought would work, it actually flopped. And the video I almost did not even make changed the entire experiment. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I found the topics, how I made the videos, posted them really fast, and what I would do differently if I had to restart this 24-hour challenge from zero. Because this certainly was not luck, but it also was not as simple as just publishing more videos. And so in the first hour, I had one major problem. I didn't know exactly what to post. But when you only have 24 hours, that decision about what to post decides the entire challenge, probably even before you start editing. So at this point, I had two options, either search-based content or trending content. And search-based content, that is basically the smart long-term play where you make videos around things that people searching for every day. And the views, they can slowly build over time. But I did not have the luxury of slowly building over time. I just had 24 hours. And so I needed views like now, which meant I needed a topic people were already searching for, that a lot of people were searching for right now, whereby YouTube already has a huge demand before I even uploaded my videos. And so I opened up YouTube and just browsed on my feed. But then I decided to do the smart thing and I opened vidIQ and started scanning trending keywords. At first I found a topic that I already knew was popular right now. And that's because I recently made videos on this. And so I did that research prior to this. And I know that it was still trending because that huge event, it was this weekend, within the next 24 hours. And after researching it, I realized this still has a really good score. So based on that, this quickly felt like the obvious choice. And while these statistics for this topic and this main match has really good attention, vidIQ even showed me an even better angle. It was not even the main event, but it had something that was way more useful. Lower competition, while still maintaining high search volume. Enough search demand to actually give a small channel like this one a really good chance. So instead of chasing that topic, I switched it up for this opportunity. And that decision became the first major turning point here. Because once I had that topic, I moved fast. First, obviously, I went over to YouTube, studied what the competing videos had to offer. Not to copy them, but to understand the pattern, what is working right now, what are the things people are even asking about. And once I got enough information here to work with, I quickly headed over to ChatGPT to build the first draft of that script. Not the final version, just a first draft that I can build on in Google Docs. And that's exactly what I did in ChatGPT. It gave me the structure, the hook, the argument, all of the main points that I would have suggested. While of course ChatGPT did its own research. I mean, that is what AI is there for, right? And so from ChatGPT, I took this draft after it did all of that lovely research for me. Then I moved everything into Google Docs and cleaned it up manually. I probably spent about 20 minutes modifying this document, putting my own twist on things, kind of like how I script these videos that you're looking at right now. And I just made simple adjustments like tightening the hook, removing sections that were slow or a little bit repetitive, and made the pacing faster a little bit to increase retention on the videos. Then I quickly headed over to YouTube, grabbed a lot of clips that was relevant to the script. And because of copyright issues that I really did not want to get flagged for, I ensured that they were short clips. But even to build on that, I grabbed a bunch of Google images that was just relevant to that match, as well as screenshots from the videos. After I generated the voiceover as well in 11 Labs, I dropped everything into CapCut. Made some quick cuts, a couple zoom ins here and there. I don't think I even added any text on the screen, maybe just for a few main sections of the video. The goal was not to complicate this, make it simple. I wasn't making some kind of Netflix documentary. Not yet, at least. I wanted to get the video out there as quickly as possible before this trend disappeared. So I uploaded it, and I uploaded it with a title that was built around that search term. And within the first 30 minutes, the views started rolling in. The first hour, it just got about 100 views or so, which is actually still not too bad. And 3 hours later, the video had about 650 views. And by the end of the challenge, almost 2,000 views. Not viral by any kind of big channel standards, but this was just the first video. But for a fresh Faceless channel in a 24-hour experiment, I think that was a really good signal. So obviously I thought that was it. I just had to post more videos like this and the channel would like explode. So I used the same process again, but this time for a different video, another match that was happening later that day. So the same process, building the script, creating the voiceover, getting the visuals, and then putting together everything in CapCut and then posting it. And 1 hour later, nothing. 3 hours later, like 20 views. For some reason, this video was getting barely any impressions. At the same time, there were no restrictions, so I didn't know what the issue was. And this was really demotivating because it was basically the same process. I mean, I thought the script was fine, the editing was fine, but the result, it was completely not the same. This flop exposed what could be the real rule. I could have made a decent video, but if people are not actively looking for that topic, YouTube has no reason to push it quickly towards this new channel. So my analysis was that the video failed because the demand was weaker. And honestly, I almost stopped the challenge right there. Because once the first video moves and the second one died, I kind of started questioning, does this even make sense? Maybe the first one was just luck, but the next morning that was still within the 24-hour window, I decided to check the videos and topics that had already shown signs of views. And instead I asked what is already working. And based on that, in the morning, I made a video on the main event taking place later that day. This time, the timing I think was perfect. The audience was already waiting. The search demand was building because it was just in a few hours, everybody was waiting to see this after they paid their $9 subscription to Netflix. So I made the video as fast as possible and posted it. And thankfully, the views started coming in. Not as much as the video I made yesterday morning, but definitely more than the last video. And while running through my analytics like I do every 5 minutes, I thought, why am I not building on the video that did really good yesterday? So I took that video, took the best parts of it, and turned it into a YouTube short. And in record time, for this channel at least, that short crossed 10,000 views. So it seemed as though for this particular challenge, the smarter move was not just to make another video based on another topic, but to squeeze more value out of that proven idea. And so at this point, the challenge was almost over, but not finished. I still had time for one last video. And I could have played it safe, but instead I tried something different. The same video that got all of the views as well as the short, I thought, what if I posted a video about that match right after it ended? So I moved quickly. The goal was to be one of the first videos on YouTube explaining what just happened. I used ChatGPT to write that script, that draft, as quickly as possible. I recycled some of the clips I already gathered because I was short on time, but I also used screenshots from the video from that match that was just a few minutes ago. Spent like about 20 to 30 minutes editing, and I posted it in record time in 30 minutes after the match just happened. After 30 minutes, that video had already gotten like 400 views. And by the end of the night, that video hit 1,000 views. And so at the end of the 24-hour period, based on the 5 or 6 videos that I've posted, this new channel got almost 25,000 views, as well as almost 350 watch hours, which is certainly going to help towards applying for YouTube monetization. And all of those views and watch time didn't just come from those videos that I posted during the 24 hours, but it trickled down to the videos that I posted just before that as well. And so from this, I found that Faceless YouTube is not really easy. And posting more videos obviously does not magically fix a weak topic. But when I combined the right topic with the right timing, a new channel like this one certainly got a chance. So if I had to restart this challenge from zero, I would not begin by asking, what video should I make? Instead, I'll ask what people are already desperately watching right now, and how fast could I make the best version of that video? And in terms of how to create that, in this video, I'll show you the exact workflow I used to turn one trending topic into an entire video starting from scratch. So check that out next.